Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Oh, mga kabunyog, mga kababayan, galit talaga si Erap doon kay doon kay Bryce Hernandez, ha? Yung dating district engineer ng Bulacan na itinuro siya, idinawit siya sa anomalya sa flood control. Sabi ni District Engineer Bryce Hernandez, si Jinggoy Estrada ay nagbaba ng 355 million na halaga ng mga proyekto, karamihan flood control doon sa kanilang distrito sa Bulacan. At kumukuha daw ito ng 30% na komisyon. Oh, yan, ganyang kaseryoso yung aligasyon o akusasyon nito ni Bryce Hernandez. At willing siya na maglabas pa ng mga ebidensya. Willing din siyang magtestigo sa anuman na forum. Kaso man yan laban kay Jinggoy o anuman. Kaya galit na galit ngayon si Jinggoy. Kaya lang, sabi ni Jinggoy, sinira daw ang kanyang reputasyon. Wow, ang tindi, sinira daw yung reputasyon niya, sabi ni Jinggoy. Sabi ni Jinggoy, kakasuhan ko siya. Tinanong din siya ni Karen Davila, ipapatawag niyo po ba siya sa Senado, sa Senate Blue Ribbon? Kung ipatawag po ba siya, attend kayo? Sabi ni Jinggoy, kukumprontahin niya daw. Haharapin niya daw ito sa Senado. Pikon si kakasuhan niya. Sa halip na harapin niya na lang ang issue. Tinatakot niya itong si Bryce Hernandez ng kaso. Actually, yung paglipat nga kay Bryce Hernandez sa Pasay City Jail, pananakot din ito kay Bryce Hernandez Kasi ang pinakiusap ni Bryce Hernandez sa kamera, kapag nagsalita na siya at pinangalanan niya na yung mga matataas na opisyal na sangkot sa mga anomalya, sabi niya wag siyang ibalik sa Senado kasi nga, syempre, senador yung pinangalanan niya Ngayon, tinupad naman ng Kamara yon. Nakiusap kay Senate President Soto. Dinala siya sa PNP custodial facility. Kaya lang, galit sila Jinggoy. Pinadala siya sa Pasay City Jail. Syempre, ang ibig sabihin nun, pagdating kay Bryce Hernandez, pinaparating kay Bryce Hernandez na parang tinatakot ito na wala kang proteksyon. Ito nga, nadala ka diyan sa Pasay City Jail at baka anong mangyari diyan sa iyo. Kaya nga, sabi nga rin ng abogado ni Bryce Hernandez, nangangamba sila sa anumang mangyari kay Bryce. Kaya talagang galit sabi niya kakasuhan niya daw at kapag nakita niya raw ito, kukumprontahin niya daw ito. Pikon si Jinggoy. Parang sa totoo lang ang tama diyan, pwede niya namang harapin yan ng hindi naman yung pikon siya, kundi kung mali o kung nagsisinungaling, harapin niya. Hindi kinakailangan yung manakot pa siya or magmaniubra pa ng kung ano-ano.
All right. The allegation of DPWH engineer Hernandez, I'll read it, is that you channeled 355 million worth of projects to Hagonoy and Malolos in 2025, with the DPWH, his boss, saying 30% ang SOP kickback mo. And your point persons were the DPWH drivers Christian Santiago and Andre Balatbat under the direction of former district engineer Alcantara. So, pag-usapan natin yan, Senator.
Those persons, those names that you mentioned, I do not know them. Yung mga drivers. Hindi ko kilala. I don't even know one of them. All right, and I deny vehemently that I received kickback on 30%. I deny that vehemently. Okay. And lahat yung mga sinasabi ng Bryce Hernandez during the House hearing yesterday, wala naman siyang ebidensya. That is that is plain and pure hearsay.
Now, Senator, let's start first with this, in 2025, did you recommend projects in Hagonoy and Malolos worth 355 million? Because
no.
The records would bear that.
No, I did not. In fact, those projects that he mentioned are already in the GAA, the General Appropriations Act of 2025. They can see it. It is a public document.
But did you recommend it?
No,
Or
no,
you
no.
the one
No. I never recommended.
sa Hagonoy and Malolos?
Yes. No,
Oo.
no. I never recommended. I never inserted. Walang insertion sa amin.
Kasi nakita nyo naman si Congressman Toby Tiangco, nahanap niya na yung bawat distrito, eto recommended by Zaldico, recommended. Sa Senado ba, paano ba kayo nagre-recommend ng proyekto?
Well, wala kaming nire-recommend. Actually, we can amend. Pwede kaming mag-amend. For example, ako po, I was a vice chairman of the Committee on Finance and I handled the budgets of MTRCB, FDCP, and human rights. Ako yung nag-handle ng mga government agencies na yan. So yung FDCP, halimbawa, they needed 10 million pesos para sa, or 20 million pesos para sa archives, para magkaroon sila ng archives ng mga lumang pelikula natin. So I recommended to the Finance Committee na dagdagan ng budget ng FDCP. Ganun lang naman yun.
Okay, now, clearly you know District Engineer Henry Alcantara, right? You have photos with him.
Yes.
Number one, on your birthday in Soler, was he invited?
First of all, the picture that was shown in public was not on my birthday.
Eto,
He was
we're
lying.
showing now on screen, yung naka-selfie kayong dalawa. Birthday mo ba to, sir?
Saan? Hindi ko nakikita eh.
Okay, all right. Well,
Was I wearing a red jacket?
Yes, a red
Okay,
jacket.
that was not on my birthday because nung birthday ko, my 60th birthday, nakasuit ako. Okay, I remember vividly. I was wearing a suit, not a red jacket.
So, kailan po ito, Senator? Do you remember?
Well, sa dami ng mga events, I cannot recall. Maybe pwedeng victory party ko yan, pwedeng oath-taking ko yan nung when I just won as a senator. But be that
Why would
as
he
it
be
may,
there? Senator, why would the DPWH District Engineer
I invited,
be there?
alam mo naman tayo mga Pilipino, mahilig tayo sa mga sabit. No? Eh siguro kilala niyo yung mga ibang kaibigan ko, siguro sumabit siya and I don't even know him and gusto magpa-picture sa akin, wala naman akong tinatanggihan pag meron gusto magpa-picture taking sa akin. Alam naman tanungin ko siya, sino ka? Drug lord ka ba? Gambling lord ka ba? I wouldn't have asked those questions, di ba?
Okay,
Remember, we are public figures. Kahit sino pwede magpakuha ng picture sa atin.
there's another photo that was shown in Congress. Nakabarong ka doon, I believe, and Alcantara was beside you. Can we show that photo?
I think I saw that I cannot see it on the
Yeah,
screen.
oo.
I think kasama dyan si Secretary Laguesma.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
Because I saw that yesterday. No, I think that was my oath taking. Wherein I invited some of our cabinet officials.
But once again, the district engineer is there. For somebody you don't know, why would he be in your oath taking or a victory party? You get me? Why would
Yeah.
Why would the level of a district engineer be there and him specifically?
Maybe he was accompanied by the former city engineer of Manila when my father was mayor, si Engineer Robert Bernardo. Maybe Engineer Bernardo tagged him along because I heard that he was the deputy city engineer, the assistant city engineer of the city of Manila when my father was mayor of Manila.
Okay, because Hernandez claims that it is Alcantara who directly coordinates with politicians. So it's Alcantara who, if this bears any weight, will coordinate with you or Joel Villanueva. Parang ganun yun eh. Because he's the boss. Boss Hernandez, Alcantara.
When asked by certain congressmen yesterday during the hearing, I think si Congressman Adyo or Congressman Joel Chu asked him if indeed it was true that he was talking to politicians, namely myself and Senator Joel Villanueva. District Engineer Alcantara denied it. Because I never had any dealings with them. My God. Maybe, alam mo Karen, wag sana nilang ilihis ang issue. Just to save his skin, ang totoong issue rito, ang mga ghost projects, ang korupsyon na nangyayari sa DPWH. Huwag nilang ilihis ang issue. Sana kung magbintang sila sa akin, magbintang sila sa ibang senador o sa mga congressman, they have to show proof or pieces of evidence that would really link us to corruption. You know, Karen, among all of us senators, I'm the most vulnerable because of the past issues that I've had. No, but please naman, it is unfair for me to connect my past issues today, alam mo marami na nga nagwa-warning sa akin. If I continue being an active participant in the Blue Ribbon Committee, I am an easy target. Pero sabi ko naman, I will do my job as a senator. I would want to ferret out the truth during this committee hearings.
Senator, magandang binanggit mo yan. Bakit ka dapat pagkatiwalaan ng tao? At bakit di dapat sila maniwala dito? Given a little bit of history, yes, you were charged with plunder with an Annapolis case, but you were acquitted with that, but you were convicted of bribery, right? Tama
Yes,
po,
pero
bro?
acquitted na rin ako sa bribery.
Okay, so acquitted ka na sa bribery. So may punto ka eh. Vulnerable ka sa mga dating issues. Pero bakit dapat kapag katiwala ng tao, sasabihin ng tao, nagawa na yan, nakasuhan na yan ng ganyan nun eh. Ganyan siya talaga. Anong sagot mo doon, Senator?
Well, pinagkatiwalaan niyo ako noong 2025. So I feel vindicated when I won during the last elections at gagawin ko pa rin ang trabaho ko bilang inyong senador. Okay? Kung kinakailangan ko araw-araw mag-attend ng Senate hearing sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, gagawin ko, mag-iimbestiga pa rin ako, mag-iimbestiga hanggat malaman natin ang buong katotohanan.
Oo. So, Senator, under Senator Ping Lacson, you will be attending the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Ipapatawag niyo ba ulit si Engineer Hernandez at si Alcantara? All the names mentioned in the House. Kasi ang nangyari, they were in the Senate, walang sinabit na senador. When they were in the House, puro naman senador ang sinabit. It's like palitan ng alegasyon. You understand? Nung sa Senate, puro congressman ang sinabit. Nung dito naman sa House, puro naman senador na ang sinabit. Will you be calling them back?
Yes, if I were to be followed, because I'm not the chairman of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, I want their presence there. I want to confront Bryce Hernandez eye to eye, and it's up to the public to determine who is telling the truth. And I challenge him, as I said in my press conference yesterday, I challenge him to a lie detector test in public in order for the public to know who's telling the truth.
Okay, nakita niyo yung ipinakita ni Engineer Hernandez, ni Bryce Hernandez sa lower house, yung pera, the cash that was in the office no sa DPWH, yung opisina niya, that supposedly Alcantara, that kumbaga yun ang hinihiwalay-hiwalay nila pambigay. Did you see that photo?
Well, I saw that photo.
Okay, what is your reaction with that photo?
Remember when I asked Sally Santos, the owner of Sims Construction, she delivered 245 million in one day sa office ni Engineer Bryce Hernandez. That could be it. For me, that could be it. So tinanong ko kay Sally Santos nung may-ari ng Sims, how many times have you delivered bulk of money kay Bryce Hernandez? Several times daw. Tinanong ko kung umaabot ba ng 1 bilyon sa 3 taon na yon. From 2022 up to 2025, sinabi niya yes. She answered in the affirmative. So I presume na more than 1 billion ang nai-deliver na nung Sally Santos sa office ni Bryce Hernandez. And wait, if you heard the privileged speech of Senator Lacson yesterday, regarding his gambling behavior, he goes to the casino, nagpapatalo siya ng 400 million pesos. Imagine, Karen, how can an assistant district engineer, paano siya magpapatalo ng 400 million pesos? And he owns a lot of luxury cars, Lamborghini, Ferrari, and he goes to the office using these luxury cars. Ang kapal talaga ng mukha niyan.
Is there a way to investigate? There are reports that I'm reading from the media that supposedly has a house in Forbes Park, but under a different company name.
Well, I do not know. I'm not privy to it, but we will have to investigate it if indeed he has a house in Forbes Park. But siguro kaya-kaya niya kung magpapatalo siya ng 400 plus million sa iba't ibang casino. Alam mo, pwede rin siyang kasuhan ng money laundering. You know why? Pag pupunta daw siya sa casino, okay, magdideposito siya ng 10 million pesos halimbawa lang 10 million pesos. Pag manalo siya o matalo siya ng konti, i-withdraw niya lahat yun. Okay, we-withdraw niya lahat yun sa kahera sa casino at i-declare niyang winnings. That is money laundering. Okay?
Okay.
Yan ang ginagawa. Kaya na-ban yan sa one of the casino, balita ko sa Resort World. Kaya sinungaling yan nung tinanong ko bakit siya na-ban sa Resort World sa casino. Sabi niya lagi raw siyang nananalo. And that is not true. Lagi siyang natatalo dun sa Resort World.
Okay, now we don't have enough time. I want to move the topic a bit because clearly there'll be another Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing. Anong petsa po yun? September?
I do not know. I do not know. Kasi Karen, wala pa kaming reorganization na nangyayari. So right now, it is still, as we speak, it is still si Senator Marcoleta, who is still the head of the Blue Ribbon Committee. Maybe this afternoon magkakaroon na tayo ng reorganization. Baka si Senate President Pro Temp Ping Lacson na ang papalit bilang head ng Blue Ribbon Committee.
It's like palitan ng alegasyon. You understand? Nung sa Senate, puro congressman ang sinabi. Nung dito naman sa House, puro naman senador na ang sinabi. Will you be calling them back?
Yes, if I were to be followed, because I'm not the chairman of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, I want their presence there. I want to confront Bryce Hernandez eye to eye, and it's up to the public to determine who is telling the truth. And I challenge him, as I said in my press conference yesterday, I challenge him to a lie detector test in public, in order for the public to know who's telling the truth.
Bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.